Hello, hello, happy August. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Lillian. So with Sherene Bishmaya as usual, we are making this video today to talk about another upcoming Mercury retrograde. One of my students this week was like, wait, again? And I was like, I know. We have, remember, if you remember the last video, I said we have 4 this year.
Yeah.
So again, it's like, it's not a huge deal. We have Mercury retrograde several times a year, all the time.
Yeah.
I just think of it, for me, it's like, okay, it's checks and balances time. It's check-in time. It's like, again, go back and rework. It's just, you have a few opportunities every year where you kind of go back and redo things and check things, and things get kind of, fucked up, so that it makes you go back and rework things that maybe you might have let slide for a little too long. So it's kind of the universe's way of pulling you back in. So with every you do over. So with every retrograde, there is a very specific theme every time. So Sherene will break that down a little bit more so we can kind of get a better idea of what are we being called to really reevaluate this time around during the retrograde. So
okay,
Sherene.
So Mercury, we start the shadow today, and it's Mercury retrograde in Virgo. So Mercury's in his own sign, which means that it's gonna be a little bit of a fun ride. And really we'll get into the details of what Mercury in Virgo is about. But for now, before I give you that, look to what's happening in your life. Right now, August 10th is the day of the shadow period, and the shadow often reveals the preview of what's to come, like the story that you're gonna play out once the official retrograde starts, which is on August 30th. So we've got a little bit of time, but this is the preview section. So now is the time to back up your computers, check anything that's a little faulty even in your car, any machinery that's a little off, or any of your systems, because we're talking about Virgo. Now Mercury is at home in the sign of Virgo, meaning that he's extra sharp, he loves details, he loves to analyze, he likes to get down to brass tacks. And when he goes retrograde, it's like that's exaggerated, and wherever we're off in terms of our ability to catch the details, dot the I's, cross the T's, wherever we're a little bit missing the mark, Mercury's going to reveal this. So we have to slow down, go back, and double check everything, like retrace our steps. All the REs apply again for retrograde.
Right.
So it's
all the rewords.
Like reading, resting, reviewing, revamping, revisiting, reunion, so depending on where Virgo falls in your chart, this is where these themes are going to really get highlighted. And general Virgo themes are work, health, our daily schedule, how we break things down into digestible pieces, because Virgo rules the intestines. So it's that function that helps us to differentiate just the way the intestines do. It's how we personally can decipher something toxic in our system or in our lives from something that actually fortifies and gives us nutrients. So it's like, what's a toxin, what's a nutrient in your life? So you can apply that as a metaphor.
That. Yeah, and that's always good practice in general. Anyways, so maybe those things might be coming up a little bit more, like really more readily in our faces this time around.
Totally.
We're really thinking about what does your body want to digest? What does your mind want to digest? What does your heart want to digest?
And assimilate. Virgo's the assimilation
right, there you go. Yeah,
so
exactly.
how do we actually process the information? Virgo's all about processing. So there'll be a lot of processing going on.
Yeah.
And reprocessing and rethinking and redoing and breaking things down. It's really a time, especially your daily life. So Virgo rules our daily systems, our daily rituals,
the day-to-day,
routines, all the day-to-day little details that we may take for granted. It's all like self-care stuff. So now is a great time to revamp your self-care and your daily rituals, your daily schedule. If you don't like the way your Google Calendar looks, now is the time to totally revamp.
Great advice.
Revamp it.
Sounds like it's a really good time to really think about your routines as well. What is
rituals.
especially because we're coming out of vacation season now.
It's like the school season.
So it's perfect. School season's starting. We're starting back to school, so it's really a good time to really think about reorganizing your schedule and your day-to-day and organization.
Yes, organization is good. Everyone's going to be really into that book, The Magic of Tidying Up, I bet.
Oh,
That's so Virgo. We've been in this Virgo theme for a while, though, by the way, because we've had the South Node the North Node going through Virgo. So that's putting a big emphasis, or Rahu.
We're going towards that.
Rahu in Virgo. Well, in Western, we're calling it Rahu. But
right.
it's, the North Node in Virgo, and And then we've also had Jupiter in Virgo, which is about to end in the middle of September. So this is the finale. This is kind of the Virgo finale. And then soon, actually, after the 22nd, the sun will also enter Virgo.
Right, Virgo
I think
season.
Venus is in Virgo. We got a lot of Virgo. Mercury, Venus. There's a lot of Virgo stuff going on. The North Node, Jupiter, Venus. Soon we'll have the sun, we have Mercury. So it's a heavy-duty Virgo season.
Yeah.
So now is the time for health. Like, it's all like healthcare time. Taking care of yourself.
I feel
working
like
out.
my Virgos are probably also wondering, does this affect me more?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it's huge
Virgos.
Virgo time. Or wherever Virgo is in your chart, if you have a Virgo rising or a Virgo moon, you really feel this. And then again, if you don't have any of those three things, you look to where does Virgo fall in your chart. And if you don't know where that is, you can always get a reading or go to astro.com and check out a free chart, just at least see where's my Virgo.
Right.
And
Yeah, but if they don't want to get into all that, I do feel like the general message for this retrograde time is really right away. Like I'm thinking right away, like think about your day to day, your organization, your routines. Like get your systems in order. They might fall apart so that you can rework them.
Right. If something falls apart, it's often so that we can fix it. And,
Yes.
Because Mercury.
It's always a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, it's about sometimes.
Yeah.
Repair, not always. Sometimes it's a
Yeah.
pain in the ass. But the repair is very important. Like the reparative, there's the reparative function, or the opportunity to repair something, which is really good. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that word for this retrograde too. Repair.
Yeah.
That seems like such a Virgo
It's so healing.
retrograde kind of thing. Yeah.
It's also a great time for a cleanse if you want to do, because it's a good time to actually literally clean out your intestines. I would definitely recommend that over the next few weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, this is always the time of year that's good for a cleanse anyway. When
Yeah,
you're in the fall.
you've all been eating all that cheese in Europe and
Yeah, exactly. Cheese and bread.
too much rosé,
Although I'm going to be going backwards. We're going to Europe at the end of the retrograde.
I know you're going back. Yeah, I know, right? Of course. I know, it's perfect. Awesome. Well, I feel like those are really great retrograde tips for this upcoming retrograde coming up at the end of August. So Virgos especially, it sounds like there's a lot of stuff happening in your world, but not just Virgos too, obviously. Because it's all connected.
Yeah.
We're all connected. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Yes.
So what about some kind of special workout for Virgo? I think this would be great.
Gosh, I feel like
what's good for the intestines?
what's good for the intestines? Oh, I feel like
cleansing or helping you to digest better.
Yeah, I feel like So Fluid would be a good one for that, just because you're twisting and we're wringing it out.
Yes.
Because we're wringing it out and we're twisting. It's like, I love it. She threw the curveball at me. I love that. That's also
very
But yes, I would say any kind of twisting and wringing out, and just like detoxing, right? So like, I personally don't care for hot yoga. It's just a me thing. But I could see where people might like that because it's kind of cleansing. But I would say if you're, especially doing SoFit classes, I would say like make sure you're getting your So Fluid in, wring it out, and more in the twisting, not so much burning up like in a So Fierce kind of way, but more like in a twisting and wringing out and really getting deep into those twists and getting deep
Final
into all those deep like twists and revolved triangles and
rotated triangles.
all the rotated triangles and all those reverse and it's such a retrograde all those reverse poses, so all those reverse twist poses, so I feel like that would be really good.
I would recommend some Senna tea.
Senna tea. That'd be great. The smooth move. The smooth move. That's
colon cleansing tea.
Colon cleansing tea. Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, that sounds like
Nettles
that.
Is great.
Yeah, definitely. And then obviously do all your cleansing stuff, like keep drinking your ginger and and all the cleansing herbs.
Virgo loves that.
I love ginger.
Clean your house, clean your body.
Yeah, tidy up.
Yeah,
inside and out. All right, that's the work. Tidy up inside and out. We're gonna leave you on that note. All right, stay tuned for the next one.